across the Massachusetts line. Latitude, 42 degrees, 40 minutes. Longitude, 70 degrees, 37 minutes. The first act shows a day in our town. The day is May 7th, 1901. The time is just before dawn. The sky is beginning to show some streaks of light in the east there, behind our mountain. The morning star always gets so wonderful bright a minute before it has to go, doesn't it? Well, I better show you how our town lies. Up here is Main Street. Way over there is the railway station. The tracks go that way. Polish towns across the tracks and some Canuck families. Over there is the Congregational Church, Presbyterians across the street. Methodist and Unitarian are over there. Baptist is down in the hollow by the river. Catholic Church is over beyond the tracks. This here is our town hall and post office combined. Jail's in the basement. Brian once made a speech from these very steps here. Along here is a row of stores. Hitching posts and horse blocks in front of them. The first automobile is going to come along in about 5 years. Belonged to Banker Cartwright, our richest citizen. He lives in the big white house up on the hill. Public school's over yonder. High school's still farther over. Most 8:45 mornings, noon times, 3 o'clock afternoons, the whole town can hear the yelling and screaming from those school buildings. This is our doctor's house. Doc Gibbs. This is the back door. And there's some scenery for those who think they need to have scenery. This is Mrs. Gibbs' garden. Corn, peas, beans, hollyhock, heliotrope, and lots of burdock. In those days, our newspaper came out twice a week, the Grover's Corner Sentinel. And this is Editor Webb's house. And this is Mrs. Webb's garden. Just like Mrs. Gibbs's, only it's got a lot of sunflowers, too. And right here is a big butternut tree. It's a nice town, you know what I mean? Nobody very remarkable has ever come out of it, as far as we know. The oldest stones in our cemetery up on the mountain say 1670 to 1680. They're Grovers and Cartwrights and Gibbses and Herseys, same names are around here now. Well, as I said, it's about dawn. The only lights on in town are in a cottage by the tracks where a Polish mother's just given birth to twins. And in the depot where Shawty Hawkins just flagged at 5:45 for Boston. And so, a new day's begun. There's Doc Gibbs coming down Main Street now, coming back from that baby place. And here comes his wife coming downstairs to make breakfast. Doc Gibbs died in 1930. The new hospital's named after him. Mrs. Gibbs died first, though. A long time ago, in fact. She went to visit her daughter, Rebecca, who married an insurance man in Canton, Ohio, and died there. But her body was brought back here. She's up in the cemetery now, in with a mess of Gibbses and Herseys. She was Julia Hersey before she married Doc Gibbs in the Congregational Church over there. In our town, we like to know the facts about everybody. Oh, here comes Mrs. Webb to make her breakfast, too. That's Doc Gibbs, got that call at 1:30 this morning. And here comes Joe Crowell Jr. delivering Mr. Webb's sentinel.
Morning, Doc Gibbs!
Morning, Joe.
Is somebody sick, Doc?
Nope. Pair of twins over to Mrs. Gorslowski's.
Do you want your paper now?
Yes, I'll take it. Anything serious going on in the world since Wednesday?
Yes, sir. My school teacher, Miss Foster, is getting married to a fellow over in Concord.
I declare. How do you boys feel about that?
Of course it's not
So he got a scholarship to Massachusetts Tech. Graduated head of his class there, too. It was all wrote up in the Boston papers at the time. Was going to be a great engineer, Joe was. But then the war broke out, and he died in France. All that education for nothing.
Here you go, Webb. What's the matter with you today?
Here comes Howie Newsom delivering the milk.
Morning, Doc.
Morning, Howie.
Somebody sick?
No, Kathryn's over to Polish town.
Twins, eh? This town's getting bigger every year.
Yeah. Gonna rain, Howie?
No, fine day. That'll run through. Whoa, Bessie.
Hello, Bessie. How old is she, Howie?
Going on 17. Bessie's all mixed up about the route ever since the Lockhart stopped taking their quart of milk every day. She wants to leave the port just the same. Keeps scolding me the whole trip. Good morning, Howie. Morning, Mrs. Gibbs. Doc's just coming down the street. Is he? Seems like you're late today. Yes, something went wrong with the separator. Don't know what it was. Doc?
Howie.
Children, time to get up! Come on, Bessie. George, Rebecca! Everything all right, Frank?
Yes, I didn't, Claire. Easy as kids.
Baby will be ready in a minute. Sit down and drink your coffee. You can catch a couple hours sleep this morning, can't you?
Mrs. Wentworth's gonna be over at 11. Guess I know what that's gonna be up to. Her stomach ain't what it ought to be.
All told, you won't get more than 3 hours sleep. Frank Gibbs, I don't know what's going to become of you. I do wish I could get you to go away someplace and take a rest. I think it would do you good.
Emily, van a llegar tarde. What is son las 7?
I declare, you've got to speak to George. Something's come over him lately. He's no help to me at all. I can't even get him to cut me some wood.
Is he sassy to you?
No, he just whines. All he thinks about is that baseball. George, Rebecca, you'll be late for school. George!
George! Look, Sean! Yes, Mom? Don't you hear your mother calling you? Guess I'll go upstairs and get 40 winks.
Emily, Wally, van a llegar tarde. Wally, lávate bien o voy a subir a tu yo misma.
Mom, put trash on there. Don't make a noise. Your father's been up all night and needs his sleep. I washed and ironed with blue gingham for you special. I hate that dress. Oh, hush up with you. Every day I go to school dressed like a sick turkey. Now, Rebecca, you always look very nice. Mama, George's throwing soap at me. I'll come up and slap the both of you. That's what I'll do.
We've got a factory in town, too. Hear it? Makes blankets. Car rides on it, and it run them in a fortune.
Now, children, breakfast is at me other meal, and I won't have you standing at work. It will stand your ground, that's a fact. Quita los dedos de la mesa, Wally.
Oh, Mom, by 10 o'clock, I gotta know all about Canada.
Sabes bien que no debes poner los dedos en la mesa. As for me, I rather have my children healthy and bright.
I'm both, Mama. You know I am. I'm the brightest girl in school. For my age, I have a wonderful memory.
Come here, listen.
I'm bright too when I'm looking at my stamp collection.
I'll speak to your father about it when he's rested. Seems to me 25 cents a week's enough for a boy your age. I declare I don't know how you spend it all.
Oh my God, stuff to buy.
Strawberry phosphates, that's what you spend it on?
I don't see how Rebecca comes to have so much money. She has more than $1.
I've been saving it up gradual. Well, dear, I think it's good to spend some every now and then. Mama, do you know what I love most in the world? Do you? Money. Eat your breakfast. Mama, there's your spell.
Caminen rápido, pero no corran. Wally, sube los pantalones de la rodilla. Enderece.
Tell Mrs. Foster I sent her my best congratulations. Can you remember that? Yes, Mom. You look real nice
that, I thought I'd swing some of these beans.
Let me help you. Beans have been good this year.
I've decided to put up 40 bars if it kills me. The children say they hate them, but I noticed they're able to get them down all winter.
Now, Myrtle, I've got to tell you something because if I don't tell somebody, I'll burst.
What are their Gibbs?
Here, give me some more of those beans. Myrtle, did one of those second-hand furniture men from Boston come to see you last Friday?
No.
Well, he called on me. At first, I thought he was a patient wanting to see Dr. Gibbs, and he worked his way into my parlor. And Myrtle Webb, he offered me $350 for Grandmother Wentworth's highboy as I'm sitting here.
Why Julia Gibbs?
He did, that old thing. Why, it was so big I didn't know where to put it. I almost gave it away to Cousin Hester Wilcox.
Well, you're going to take it, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know? $350. What's come over you?
Well, if I could get the doctor to take the money and go away someplace on a real trip, I'd sell it like that. You know, Myrtle, it's been the dream of my life to see Paris, France. Oh, I don't know. It sounds silly, I suppose, but I've been promising myself for years that if we ever got the chance.
How does the doctor feel about it?
Well, I did beat about the bush a little and said that if I got a legacy, that's the way I put it, I would make him take me somewhere.
What did he say?
You know how he is. I haven't heard a serious word out of him since I've known him. No, he said, it might make him discontented with Grover's Corners to go traipsing about Europe. Better let well enough alone, he says. Every 2 years he takes a trip to the battlefields of the Civil War. That's enough treat for anybody, he says.
Well, Mr. Webb just admires the way Dr. Gibbs knows everything about the civil war. Mr. Webb's of mind to give up Napoleon and move on to the civil war. Only Dr. Gibbs being one of the greatest experts in the country just makes him despair.
It's a fact. Dr. Gibbs is never so happy as when he's at Antietam or Gettysburg. The amount of times I walked over those hills, Myrtle, stopping and pacing out every bush, like we're going to buy it.
Well, if that second-hand man is really serious about buying Julia, you sell it, and then you'll get to see Paris. Just keep dropping hints from time to time. That's how I got to see the Atlantic Ocean, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry I brought it up. Only it seems to me that once in your life before you die, you ought to see a country where they don't talk in English, and don't even want to.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to skip ahead a few hours, but first, we want some more information about our town. Grover's Corners. Let's see. Grover's Corners lies on the old Pleistocene granite of the Appalachian Range. May I say, it's some of the oldest land in the world. We're very proud of that. Population within the town limits is 2,640. Oh yes, population at the moment is 2,642. Postal district brings in 507 more, making a total of 3,149. Now for the political and social report, Editor Webb. Oh, Mr. Webb?
He'll be here in a minute. He got his can while he was eating an apple.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb.
Shouts, everybody's waiting!
Mr. Webb is the publisher and editor of the Grover's Corners Sentinel. That's our local paper, you know.
Well, I don't have to tell you that we're run here by a board of selectmen. All males vote at the age of 21, and women vote indirect. We're lower middle class, sprinkling of professional men, and 10% of illiterate laborers. Politically, we're 86% Republican, 6% Democrat, 4% Socialist, rest indifferent. Religiously, we're 85% Protestant, 12% Catholic, the rest indifferent.
Have you any comments, Mr. Webb?
Very, ordinary town, if you ask me. Well, better behaved than most, but probably a lot duller. Our young people here seem to like it, though. 90% of them graduated from high school, settled down right here to live, even when they went off to college.
Now, is there anybody in the audience who would like to ask Mr. Webb anything about the town?
Is Rover supporters?
Oh, ma'am, nobody we call much. I mean, Saturday nights, the farmhands meet down in Ellery Green's stable and polish them. We've caught one or two town drunks, but they're always having remorses whenever an evangelist comes to town. No, ma'am. I'd say liquor ain't a regular thing in the home here. Except for the men's chest. My good first mate, but you know, always was.
Is there no one in town
Oh,
aware?
step forward, please, where we can all hear you. Now, what were you saying?
Is there no one in town aware of social injustice and industrial inequality?
Oh, yes, everybody is. Something terrible. Seems like they spend most of their time talking about who's rich and who's poor.
Well, then why don't they do something about it?
I don't know. Seems like we're all hunting like everybody else is for a way that diligent and sensible can rise to the top. Lazy and poor, some can sink to the bottom. But it ain't easy to find. Meanwhile, we do all we can to help those that can't help themselves. And those that can, we leave alone. Are there any other questions?
Oh, Mr. Webb, is there any cultural love theory in those words?
Oh, man, there ain't much. Well, not in the sense you mean, anyway. Come to think of it, there's some girls that played the piano at high school commencement, but they ain't happy about it. No, ma'am, there isn't much culture. But maybe this is the place to tell you we've got a lot of pleasures of the kind here. We like to watch the sun rise over the mountains in the morning. We notice a good deal about the birds. Pay a lot of attention to them. We watch the change of the seasons. Everybody knows about that. But those other things, you're right, man. There ain't much. Robinson Crusoe, Bible, Handel's Largo. Everybody knows about that. Whistler's Mother. That's just about as far as we go.
So I thought. Thank you, Mr. Webb.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Now let's get back to the town. It's early afternoon. All 2,642 have had their dinners and all the dishes have been washed. There's an early afternoon calm in our town. A buzzing and a humming coming from the school buildings, only a few buggies on Main Street, horses dozing at their hitching posts. You all remember what it's like. Doc Gibbs in his office tapping people and making them say, Mr. Webb's cutting his lawn over there. Now one man in town thinks it's a privilege to push his own lawnmower. No, sir, it's later than I thought. There are the children coming home from school already.
I can't, Lois. I've got to go home and help my mother. I promise.
Emily, what? Simply. Who do you think you are today?
Papa, you're terrible. One minute you tell me to stand up straight, and the next minute you call me names. I just don't listen to you.
Golly, you've never gotten a kiss from such a great lady before.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Forrest.
Go and play in the fields, young man. You have no business playing baseball on Main Street.
Awfully sorry, Mrs. Forrest. Hello, Emily.
Hello.
You made a fine speech in class today.
Well, I was really ready to make a speech about the Monroe Doctrine, but at the last minute, Miss Corcoran made me talk about the Louisiana Purchase instead. I worked an awful long time on both of them.
Gee, it's funny, Emily. From my window up there, I can just see your head nights when you're doing your homework in your room.
Why, can you?
You sure do stick to it. I don't see how you can sit still that long. I guess you like school.
Well, I always feel it's something you have to go.
Yeah.
I don't mind, really. It passes the time.
Yeah. Emily, what do you think? We might work out a kind of telegraph between your window and mine. And once in a while, you could give me a kind of hint or two about one of those algebra problems. I don't mean the answers, Emily, of course not. Just a little hint.
Oh, I think hint
just naturally bright, I guess.
I figure it's just the way a person's born.
Yeah, but you see, I want to be a farmer. And my Uncle Luke says whenever I'm ready, I can come over and work on his farm. And if I'm any good, I can just gradually have it.
You mean the house and everything?
Yeah. Well, thanks. I better be getting out to the baseball field now. But thanks for the talk, Emily. Good afternoon, Mrs. Webb.
Good afternoon, George.
So long, Emily.
So long, George.
Emily, come and help me to dismiss for the winter. George Gibbs let himself have a real conversation, didn't he? While he's growing up, how old will George be?
I don't know.
Let's see. He must be almost 16.
Mama, I made a speech in class today. I was very good.
You must recite it to your father at supper. What was it about?
The Louisiana Purchase. It was like silk off spool. I'm gonna make speeches all my life. Mama, are these big enough?
Try and get them a little bigger if you can.
Mama, will you answer me a question? Serious.
Seriously, dear, not serious.
Seriously. Will you?
Yes, of course I will.
Mama, am I good looking?
Yes, of course you are. All my children have got good features. I'll be ashamed if they haven't.
Oh, Mama, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, am I pretty?
I've already told you yes. You have a nice, young, pretty face. I never heard of such foolishness.
Oh, Mama, you never tell us the truth about anything.
I am telling you the truth.
Mama, were you pretty?
Yes, I was, if I could say it. I was the prettiest girl in town, next to Mamie Cartwright.
But Mommy, you gotta say something about me. Am I pretty enough to get anybody, to get people interested in me?
Emily, you make me tired. Now stop it. You are pretty enough for all normal purposes. Come along now, and bring that doll with you.
Oh, Mama, you're no help at all.
Thank you, that'll do. We're going to have to interrupt again here. Thank you, Mrs. Webb. Thank you, Emily. Now, there are some more things we want to explore about our town. I think now is a good time to tell you that the Cartwright interest has begun building a new bank in Growers Corners. Had to go to Vermont for the marble, sorry to say. And they've asked a friend of mine what they should put in the cornerstone for people to dig up 1,000 years from now. Of course, they put in a copy of the New York Times and a copy of Mr. Webb's Sentinel. We're kind of interested in this sort of thing because some scientific fellows have found a way of painting all of this reading matter with a glue. A silicate glue that'll make it keep for 1,000, 2,000 years. They're putting in the Bible, and the Constitution of the United States, and a copy of William Shakespeare's plays. What do you say, folks? What do you think? You know, Babylon once had 2 million people in it, and all we know about them are the names of the kings and some copies of beat contracts, and contracts for the sale of slaves. Yet every night, those families sat down for supper, and the fathers came home from their works, and smoke went up the chimney, same as here. And even in Greece and Rome, all we know about the real life of the people is what we can make out of the joking poems and comedies they wrote for the theater back then. So I'm going to have a copy of this play put in the cornerstone, so people 1,000 years from now know a few simple facts about us. More than the Treaty of Versailles and the Lindbergh play. See what I mean? So, people 1,000 years from now, this is the way we were in the provinces north of New York at the beginning of the 20th century. This is the way we were in our growing up, and in our marrying, and in our living, and in our dying. Well, a good deal of time has gone by. It's evening. You can hear the choir practicing in the congregational church. The children are at home doing their schoolwork,
on it. Now, again, tenors.
Emily!
Hello.
Hello?
I can't work at all. The moonlight's so terrible.
Emily, did you get the third problem?
Which?
The third.
Why, yes, George. That's the easiest of them all.
Oh, I don't see it. Emily, can you give me a hint?
I'll tell you one thing. The answer's in yards.
Yards? How do you mean?
In square yards.
Oh, in square yards.
Yes, George. Don't you see?
Yeah.
In square yards of wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Oh, I see. Thanks a lot, Emily.
You're welcome. My, isn't the moonlight wonderful? And quiet happens going on. I think if you hold your breath, you can hear the train all the way to Continent. Can you hear it?
Oh, what do you know?
Well, I guess I better go back and try work.
Well, good night, Emily. And thanks.
Good night, George.
Hey now, before I forget it, how many of you will be able to come in Tuesday afternoon and sing at Fred Hersey's wedding? Show your hands. That'll be fine. That'll be right nice. We'll do the same music we did for Jane Trowbridge's last month. Now we'll do Art Thou Weary, Art Thou Languid? It's a question, ladies and gentlemen. Make it talk. Ready? Art thou weary, art thou languid?
George! Can you come down for a minute?
Yes, Pa.
Make yourself comfortable, George. I'll only keep you a minute. George! How old are you?
I'm 16, almost 17.
What do you want to do after school?
Well, why, you know, Pa. I want to be a farmer on Uncle Luke's farm.
So, you'll be willing, will you? Get up early and milk and feed the stock? You'll be able to hoe and hay all day?
Why, sure I will. What do you mean, Pa?
Well, George, I was in my office today and I heard a funny sound. What do you think it was? It was your mother chopping wood? There you see your mother, getting up early, cooking meals all day long, washing and ironing. And still she has to go out in the backyard and chop wood. I guess she just got tired of asking. She just gave up and decided it was easier to do it herself. And still you eat her meals, put on the clothes she keeps nice for you, and you run off and play baseball like she's some hired girl we keep around the house, but we don't like very much. Well, I knew all I had to do was call your attention to it. Here's a handkerchief, son. George, I decided to raise your spending money 25 cents a week. Not, of course, for chopping wood for your mother, because that's a present you give her. No. Because you're getting older. I imagine there's lots of things you must find to do.
Well, thanks, Pa.
Let's see. Tomorrow's your payday. You can count on it. Probably Rebecca will feel like she ought to have some more too. Wonder what could have happened to your mother. Choir practice never was as late as this before.
It's only 8:30, Pa.
I don't know why she said that old thing. She hasn't any more voice than an old crow. traipsing around the streets at this hour of the night? It's about time you're tired, don't you think?
Yes, Pa.
Good night, Martha. Good night, Mr. Foster.
I know you want to put it in the paper.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb. Good night. Hi, it's late. Good night, Emma. Real nice choir practice, wasn't it? Myrtle Webb, will you look at that moon? Potato weather for sure.
Naturally, I didn't want to say a word in front of those others, but now I remember we're alone.
Really, it's the worst scandal that ever happened in this town. What? Simon Simpson. Now, Luella.
Juliet had the organist of the church drink and drunk year after year. You know he was drunk tonight.
Now, Luella, we all know about Simon Simpson and the troubles he's been through. And Dr. Ferguson knows too. And if Dr. Ferguson decides to keep him on there in his job, the only thing the rest of us can do is just not to notice it.
Not to notice it, but it's getting worse.
No, Luella, it's getting better. I've been on that choir twice as long as you have, and it doesn't happen anything in your so long. Man, I hate to go to bed on a night like this. I'll better hurry, or these children will be sitting up in hours. Good night, Luella.
Can you get home safe, Luella?
It's his birthday. I can see Mr. Soames scowling out the window right now. You'd think we've been to a dance, the way the men will carry on.
Well, we had a real good time.
You're late enough.
Why, Frank, it ain't any later than usual.
You stopping at the corner to gossip about heads.
Now, Frank, don't be so grouchy. Come out and smell the heliotrope in the moonlight. Wonderful, isn't it? What did you do all the time I was away?
Oh, as you. What were the girls gossiping about tonight?
Well, believe me, Frank, there is something to gossip about.
Simon Simpson far gone, was he?
Worst I've ever seen him. How that man Frank is. Dr. Ferguson can't forget him forever.
I guess I know more about Simon Simpson's affairs than anybody in this town. Some people ain't built for small town life. I don't know how that'll end. There's nothing we can do but just leave it alone. No. Okay.
No, not yet, Frank. I'm worried about you.
What are you worried about?
I think it's my duty to make sure you get a real rest and change. And if I get that legacy, I'm going to insist on it.
Now, Julie, there's no sense in going over that.
Why, Frank, you're just unreasonable.
Julia, please. Catch it. I gave George a piece of my mind tonight. All right, you'll have your wood chopped for a while. Nope. Start getting 6.
Oh, dear. There's always so many things to pick up, seems like. You know, Mrs. Fairchild always locks her front door every night. All those people at that part of town do.
They're all getting citified. That's the trouble with them. You don't have nothing fit to burgle, and everybody knows it.
Get out, Rebecca. There's only room for one at this window. You're always spoiling everything.
Well, let me look just a minute.
Use your own window.
I did, but there's no moon there. George, do you know what I think? Do you? I think maybe the moon is getting nearer and nearer, and there will be a big explosion.
Now, Rebecca, you don't know anything. The moon were getting nearer, then the guys that sit up all night with telescopes would see it first. And they tell about it and be on the newspapers.
George, is the moon shining on South America, Canada, and half the whole world?
Well, probably is.
9 o'clock. Most of the lights in town are out. Nope, there's Constable Warren turning a few doors on Main Street. And here comes Mr. Webb after putting his newspaper to bed.
Bill?
Evening, Mr. Webb.
Quite the moon.
Yup.
All quiet?
Simon Simpson's just rolling around a little bit. I just saw his wife moving out to hunt for him.
Good evening. Yes. Town seems to have settled down for the night, Simon. We all do the same. Can I walk a long ways with you? Good night.
I don't know how that's going to end, Mr. Webb.
Well, seems making trouble. One thing after another. And... Oh, Bill. See my boy smoking cigarettes. Give him a word, will you? Thinks a lot of you.
I don't think he smokes no cigarettes. At least it's not more than 2 or 3 a year.
I hope not. Anyway, night, Bill.
Good night, Mr. Webb.
Who's out there? Is that you, Myrtle?
No, it's me, Papa.
Why aren't you in bed?
I don't know. I just can't sleep yet, Papa. The moonlight's so wonderful. And the smell of Miss Gibbs' heliotrope. Can you smell it?
Yes. Nothing's the matter, Emily, right?
No trouble, Papa? No.
Oh, enjoy yourself, but don't let your mother catch you. Good night.
Good night, Papa.
I never told you about that letter Jane Crowfoot got from a minister when she was sick. He wrote Jane a letter, and on the envelope, he wrote like this. It said, Jane Crowfoot, the Crowfoot Farm, Grover's Corners, Sutton County, New Hampshire, the United States of America.
What's funny about that?
But listen, it's not finished. The United States of America, continent of North America, the Western Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe, the mind of God. That's what it said on the envelope.
What do you know?
And the postman brought it just the same.
What do you know?
That's the end of the first act, friends. You can go and smoke now, those who smoke. call a vicious circle.
Here you are.
Here comes Hal Newsom delivering the mail.
You're up early, Bill.
Seeing if there's anything I can do to prevent the flood. The river's been rising all night.
Folks are all worked up here about George Gibbs retiring from baseball.
Yes, sir, that's the way it goes. Back in '84, we had a player. Even George Gibbs couldn't touch him. Name of Hank Todd. Went down to Maine and became a person. A wonderful ball player. Howie, how does the weather look to you?
Oh, it ain't bad. Think maybe it'll clear up for good. Good morning, Howie. Do you think it's going to rain again? Morning, Mrs. Gibbs. It rained so heavy I think maybe it'll clear up. Certainly hope it will. How much did you want today? I'm going to have a house full of relations. Looks like I'll need 3 milk and 2 cream. My wife says to tell you we hope you'll both be very happy, Mrs. Gibbs. No, they will. Thanks a lot, Howie. Tell your wife I hope she gets there to the wedding. Oh, she'll be there. She'll be there if she can. Morning, Mrs. Webb.
Good morning, Mr. Newsom. I saw you for work, so I hope you can serve me another.
Yes, and the 2 of cream.
What's the meaning again, Mr. Newsom?
Well, let's just say to Mrs. Gibbs is how it may lighten up. My wife told me to tell you as how we hope you'll both be very happy, Mrs. Webb. No, they will.
Thank you, Mr. Newsom. Thank you, Mrs. Newsom. We're coming to see you at the wedding.
Yes, Mrs. Webb, we hope to get there. Could miss that. Come on, Bessie.
Well, Ma, the day has come. You're losing one of your chicks.
Frank Gibbs, don't say another word. I feel like crying every minute. Sit down and drink your coffee.
Room's upstairs shaving himself. Only there ain't an awful lot to shave. Whistling and singing. And he's glad to leave us. Every now and then he says I do to the mirror, but it don't sound convincing to me.
I declare, I don't know how he'll get along. I've arranged his clothes and seen to it he's put warm things on. Frank, they're too young. Emily won't think of such things. He'll catch his death of a cold within a week.
I was remembering my wedding morning, Julia.
Now, don't start that, Frank Gibbs.
I was the scariest young fellow in the state of New Hampshire. I thought I made a mistake for sure. Then I saw you coming down that aisle, and I thought you were the prettiest girl I'd ever seen. Only trouble was I'd never seen you before. Here I was in the Congregational Church, about to marry a total stranger.
And how do you think I felt? Frank, weddings are perfectly awful things. Farces, that's what they are. Here, I made you something.
Why, Julia Hersey? French toast.
Tain't hard to make, and I had to do something.
How was your sleep last night, Julia?
Well, I heard a lot of the hours tick off.
Yes. I get a shock every time I think of George setting out to be a family man. Great gambling thing. I tell you, Julia, there's nothing so terrifying in the world as a son. The relation of father and son is the darkest, terrifyingest.
Well, mother and daughter's no picnic, let me tell you.
Oh, they'll have their own troubles, I suppose, but it's none of our business. Everybody has a right to their own troubles.
Yes, people are meant to go through life 2 by 2. Tain't natural to be lonesome.
Julia, you know one of the things I was scared of when I married you?
Oh, go along with you.
I was afraid we wouldn't have material for conversation more than the last few weeks. I was afraid we'd walk right out the door and eat our meals in silence. That's a fact. Well, you and I have been conversing for 20 years now without any noticeable barren spells.
Well, good weather, bad weather, tain't very choice, but I always find something to say. Did you hear Rebecca stirring around upstairs?
No. Only day of the year she hasn't been managing everybody's business up there. Got the impression she's in her room, crying.
Lord sakes, this has got to stop. Rebecca, come and get your breakfast.
Good morning, everyone. Only 5 hours left to live.
George Gibbs, where are you going?
I just stepped across the grass to see my girl.
Now, George, you put on your overshoes. It's raining torrents. You don't go out this house without you're prepared for it.
Mama, it's just the staff.
George, you'll catch your death of a cold and cough all through the service.
George, listen.
back in a minute. Good morning, Mother Webb.
Goodness, you frightened me. Now, George, you can come in a minute out of the web, but you know I can't rescue it.
Well, why not?
George, you know, swear as I do, the groom cannot see his bride on his wedding day. Not until he sees her at church.
Aw, that's just a superstition. But good morning, Mr. Webb.
Morning, George.
Mr. Webb, you don't believe in that superstition, do you?
A lot of common sense to some superstitions, George.
Millions have followed it, George. You don't want to be the first to fly in the face of custom.
How's Emily?
She hasn't waken up yet. I haven't heard the sound of her.
Emily's asleep?
No wonder. We're out 2 hours sewing and packing. Now, I'll tell you what to do. You sit down here and drink this cup of coffee with Mr. Webb, and I'll go upstairs and see if she doesn't want to surprise you. There's some bacon too. Don't be long about it.
Well, George, how are you?
Fine. I'm fine. Mr. Webb, what sense could there be in a superstition like that?
Well, you see, on our wedding morning, a girl's head had to be full of clothes and one thing or another. Do you think that's probably it?
Yes! I never thought of that.
Yeah. Girls have to be mighty nervous on her wedding day.
You know, I wish a fellow could get married without all that marching up and down.
Every man that's ever lived has felt that way about it, George. But it hasn't been any use. The women folk have built up weddings for the boy. For a while now, they have it all their own. The man looks pretty small at wedding, George. All those good women standing shoulder to shoulder, making sure the knot's tied in a mighty public way.
But you believe in it, don't you, Mr. Webb?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Don't you misunderstand me, boy. Marriage is a wonderful thing.
I won't, sir. And Mr. Webb, how old were you when you got married?
Well, see, I'd been off to college and I'd taken some time to get settled down. But, Mrs. Gibbs, I guess she isn't much older than what Emily is. Age hasn't much to do with it, George. Not compared with other things.
What were you going to say?
No, was I going to say something? I don't think I was going to say anything. You know, George, I was thinking the other night, some advice my father gave me when I got married. Charms, he said, charms. Start out early showing who's boss. Best thing to do is to give it order, even if it don't make sense. Just so she'll learn to obey. He said if anything about your wife irritates you, a conversation or anything, you just get up and leave the house. That'll make it clear to her, he said. And oh yes, he said never, never let your wife know how much money you have. Never.
Well, Mr. Webb, I don't think I could...
So, I took the opposite of my father's advice and I've been happy ever since. Let that be a lesson to you, George. Not to take advice on personal matters. Say, George, you gonna raise chickens on your farm?
What?
Are you going to raise chickens on your farm?
Well, Uncle Luke's never been much interested, but I...
No, George. A book came into my office the other day on the philo system of raising chickens. You know, I'm thinking of beginning at a small one in the backyard. And I'm going to put an incubator in the cellar.
Are you talking about the incubator again? I thought you two be taking things worthwhile.
Oh, Myrtle. You want to give the boys some good advice? I'll go upstairs and leave the two of you alone.
George, Emily has to go upstairs and eat her breakfast. She says you can love, but she doesn't want to. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Myrtle, I guess you forgot about that older superstition. Amen. No bridegroom should see his father-in-law on the day of the wedding or near it. Now, you remember that.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Webb. We're going to have to interrupt again here. You see, we want to know how this all began. This wedding, this plan to spend a lifetime together. I'm awfully interested in how big things like that begin. You know how it is. You're 21 or 22, you make some decisions, and then whoosh, you're 70. You've been a lawyer for 50 years, and that white-haired woman by your side has shared over 15,000 meals with you. How do such things begin? Well, George and Emily are going to show you now the conversation they had when they first knew that, as the saying goes, they were meant for one another. But before they do that, I want you to try and remember what it was like to have been very young, particularly in the days when you were first in love, when you were like a person sleepwalking, and you couldn't quite see what street you were in. You didn't quite hear everything that was being said to you. Just a little bit crazy. Will you remember that, please? Now, they should be getting out of high school at 3 o'clock. George has just been elected president of the junior class. And being as it's June, that means he'll be president of the senior class all next year. And Emily has just been elected secretary and treasurer. Now, I don't have to explain to you how important that is. Yep, here they are coming down Main Street now.
I can't, Louise. I've got to go home. Goodbye. Oh, Ernestine, can you come over tonight and do Latin? Isn't that Cicero the worst thing? Tell me when you have to. Bye. Bye, Helen. Bye, friend.
Can I carry your books home for you, Emily?
Why, thank you. It isn't far.
Excuse me a minute, Emily. Say bye. If I'm late, start practice without me. And throw her some long high ones for me.
Goodbye, Lizzie.
Goodbye, Lizzie. I'm awfully glad you got elected too, Emily.
Thank you.
Emily, why are you mad at me?
I'm not mad at you.
You've been treating me so funny lately.
Well, since you asked me, I might as well say it right out. George, goodbye, Miss Corcoran.
Goodbye, Miss Corcoran. What is it?
I don't like the whole change that's come over you in the last year. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but I've got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
Well, a change? What do you mean?
Well, up to a year ago, I used to like you a lot. And I used to watch you as you did everything, because we've been friends so long. And then you began spending all your time at baseball. And you never stopped to speak to anybody anymore, not even to your own family you didn't. And George, it's a fact. You got awful conceited and stuck up, and all the girls say so. They may not say so to your face, but that's what they say about you behind your back. And it hurts me to hear them say it, but I've got to agree with them a little. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but I can't be sorry to say it.
You know, I'm glad you said it, Emily. I had no idea such a thing was happening to me. I guess it's hard for a fella not to have faults creep into his character.
I always expect a man to be perfect, and I think he should be.
Oh, I don't think it's possible to be perfect, Emily.
Well, my father is, and as far as I can tell, your father is. There's no reason on earth why you shouldn't be too.
Well, I feel it's the other way around. That men aren't naturally good, but girls are.
Well, you should know right now that I'm not perfect. It's not as easy for a girl to be perfect as a man because we girls are more nervous. Now, I'm sorry I said all that about
Emily.
I can see now that it's not the truth at all, and I suddenly feel that it isn't important anyway.
Emily, would you like an ice cream soda or something before you go home?
Why, thank you. I would.
Hello, Sue. How are you? Good afternoon, Mrs. Sutedjo. Everybody says that Tom Humpkins drives like a crazy man.
Well, now, you take a drink of water, Emily. You look all shook up. I tell you, you gotta look both ways before crossing Main Street these days. It gets worse every year. Now, what do you have?
I'll have the strawberry frosting.
Oh, no, Emily. Have an ice cream soda with me. 2 strawberry ice cream sodas, Mr. Morgan.
2 strawberry ice cream sodas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll tell you, there are 125 horses in Grover's Corners this very minute I'm speaking to you. State inspector came in yesterday. Now they're bringing in these automobiles. The best thing to do is just stay home. I remember when a dog would go to sleep on Main Street all day and nothing come along to disturb it. There you are. Enjoy it. Yes, Mrs. Ellis, how can I help you?
You're so expensive.
No, don't think of that. We're celebrating our election. And then, you know what else I'm celebrating?
No.
I'm celebrating that I've got a friend that tells me all the things that ought to be told to me.
George, please don't think of that. I don't know why I said it. It's
No,
not true.
Emily, you stick to it. Yeah, I'm glad you spoke to me how you did. But you'll see, I'm going to change so quick, you'll bet I'll change. And, Emily, I'd like to ask you a favor.
What?
Emily, if I go away to State Agriculture College next year, will you write me a letter once in a while?
I certainly will. I certainly will. George, it certainly seems that being away for years, you'd get out of touch with things. Maybe letters from Grover's Corners wouldn't be so interesting after a while. Grover's Corners isn't a very important place when you think of all New Hampshire, but I think it's a very nice town.
The day wouldn't come when I wouldn't want to know everything that's going on around here, Emily. I know that's true.
Well, I'll try to make my letters interesting.
You know, Emily, whenever I meet a farmer, I ask him if he thinks it's important to go to agriculture school to be a good farmer.
Why, George?
Yeah, and a lot of them even say it's a waste of time anyways. You can get all that stuff out of the pamphlets the government sends out. And Uncle Luke's getting old. He's about ready for me to start taking over his farm tomorrow if I could.
My.
And it's like you say, being gone all that time and other places and meeting other people. But gosh, if a thing like that could happen, I don't want to go away. I guess new people aren't any better than old ones. I bet they almost never are. And Emily, I feel that you're as good as the friends I've got. I don't need to go meet the other people in other towns.
But, George, maybe it's very important for you to go and learn all that about cattle judging and soils and all those things. Of course, I don't know.
Emily, I'm going to make up my mind right now. I won't go. I'll tell Paul about it tonight.
But, George, I don't see why you have to decide right now. It's a whole year away.
You know, Emily, I'm glad you spoke to me about that flaw in my character. What you said was right, but there was one thing wrong in it, and that was when you said that for a year I wasn't noticing anybody. And you, for instance. Why, you say you were watching me when I was doing everything. I was doing the same about you all the time. Why, sure. I thought you was one of the cheap people I thought about. I always made sure where you were sitting on the bleachers and who you were with. And for 3 days now, I've been trying to walk home with you, but something's always got in the way. You know, yesterday I was standing against the wall waiting for you, and you bumped over Miss Corcoran.
George, life's awful funny. How could I have known that?
Listen, Emily. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to agriculture school next year. I think that when you find a person that you're very fond of, I mean, someone who's fond of you as well, and likes you enough to be interested in your character, well, I think that's just as important as college is, and even more so. That's what I think.
I think it's awfully important, too.
Emily?
Yes, George?
Emily, if I do improve and make a big change, would you be, I mean, could you be?
I am now. I always have been.
talk we've been having, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Wait just a minute, I'll walk you home. I'm gonna have to go home and get the money to pay you for this, Mr. Morgan, but I'll only be a minute.
Why, George Gibbs, do you mean to tell me?
Yes, but I had my reasons. Look, here's my gold watch to keep until I come back with the money.
That's all right, George. Keep your watch. I'll trust you.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I'll trust you 10 years, George, but not a day. You get all of your shop, Emily?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Morgan. It was nothing.
I'm ready.
Well, now it's time to get on with the wedding. There are a lot of things that can be said about a wedding. There are a lot of thoughts that go on during a wedding. Can't fit them all into one wedding, naturally, and especially not a wedding at Grover's Corners where they're awfully plain and short. In this wedding, I play the minister. That gives me the right to say a few more things about it. For a while now, the play gets pretty serious. You know, some churches say that marriage is a sacrament. I don't quite know what that means, but I can guess. Like what Mrs. Gibbs said a few minutes ago. People were made to live 2 by 2. Now this is a good wedding, but even at a good wedding, there's an awful lot of confusion deep down in people's minds. And we thought that that ought to be in our play, too. Of course, the real hero of this scene isn't even on the stage, and you know who that is. It's like what one of those European fellas said. Every child born into the world is nature's attempt to make the perfect human being. Well, nature's been pushing and contriving for some time now. We all know that nature is interested in quantity, but I think she's interested in quality, too. That's why I'm in the ministry. Now, we can't forget all the other witnesses that will be at this wedding today. The ancestors. Millions of them. Most of them set out to live 2 by 2 also. Millions of them. Well, that's all my sermon. Wasn't very long anyway.
I don't know why Elena should be crying. I suppose there's nothing to cry about. It came over me at breakfast this morning. There she was, Emily, eating her breakfast as she's done for 17 years. And now she's going off to someone else's house to eat it. I suppose that's it. And Emily, she suddenly said, I can eat another mouthful. And she put her head down on the table and she cried. You know, I gotta say it. There's something downright cruel about sending our girls out into marriage this way. I hope her girlfriends have taught her a thing or two. It's cruel, I know, but I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I went into it blind as a bat myself. The whole world's wrong. That's what's the matter. Here they come. Oh, George!
We used to have an awful lot of that kind of thing at weddings in the old days. Roman later. But we're more civilized now. So they say.
George, what's the matter?
Oh, Ma, I don't want to grow old. Why is everyone pushing me so?
Why, George, you wanted it.
No, Ma, listen.
No, George. You're a man now.
No, listen, Ma. For the last time I asked you, all I want to do is be a fella.
George! If anyone should hear you. Now stop, quiet. I'm ashamed of you.
What? Oh, where's Emily?
Oh, George, you gave me such a turn.
Cheer up, Ma. I'm getting married.
Oh, let me catch my breath a minute.
Now, you sing Thursday nights. Every Thursday night, Emily and I are coming over for dinner. You'll see. Oh, Ma, what are you crying for? Come on, we gotta get ready for this.
I never felt so alone in my whole life. And George over there looking so
Emily, things okay?
Papa, I want to get married.
Shh, Emily, don't get upset.
Papa, why can't I stay for a little while just as I am? Let's go away.
No, Emily. Please.
Don't you remember? You used to say all the time, I'm a pure girl. There must be lots of places we can go to. I'll work for you. I can keep coming.
Hush! You mustn't speak of such things. I'm just nervous. George! You come here a minute? Why, you're marrying the best fellow in the whole world. George is a fine fellow. George, give him my daughter. Do you think you can take care of her?
Mr. Webb, I'll try. Emily, I'll do my best. I love you, Emily. I need to.
If you love me, help me. All I want is someone to love me.
I will, Emily. Emily, I'll try.
And I mean forever. You hear? Forever and ever.
Come, they're waiting for us. Now you know it'll be all right. Come.
You, George, take this woman, Emily, to be your wedded wife. To have perfectly lovely wedding. The loveliest wedding I ever saw. Oh, I do love a good wedding, don't you?
Doesn't she make a lovely bride?
I do.
And do you, Emily, take this man, George, to be your wedded husband.
Don't know when I've seen such a beautiful wedding, but I always cry. I don't know why, but I always cry. I guess I like to see two young people happy, don't you? Oh, I think it's lovely.
I've married over 200 couples in my day. Do I believe in it? I don't know. N marries N. Millions of them. The cottage, the go-kart, the Sunday afternoon drives in Ford, the first rheumatism, the grandchildren, the second rheumatism, the deathbed, the reading of the will. 1 in 1,000 times it's interesting. Well, let's have Mendelssohn's Wedding March.
Aren't they a lovely couple? I've never been to such a nice wedding. I'm sure they'll be happy. That's what I always say. Happiness, that's a great thing.
That's all Act 2, folks. 5-minute intermission. This time, 9 years have gone by, friends. Summer 1913. Gradual changes around Grover's Corners. Horses are getting rarer. Farmers are coming into town in Fords. And everybody locks their door now at night. Ain't been any burglars in town yet, but everybody's heard of them. You'd be surprised, though. On the whole, things don't change much around here. This is certainly an important part of Grover's Corners. It's a hilltop, a windy hilltop. Lots of sky, lots of clouds, often lots of sun and moon and stars. You come here on a fine afternoon and you can see range on range of hills, up by Lake Sunapee and Lake Winnipesaukee. And way up, if you've got a glass, you can see the White Mountains and Mount Washington, where Conway and North Conway is. And of course, our favorite mountain, Mount Monadnock, right there, and all the towns that lie around it. same time up here in New Hampshire. Right here are the old stones, 1670, 1680. They're strong-minded people who came a long way for independence. Summer people walk around here laughing at the funny words that don't do any harm. And genealogists come up from Boston. City people pay them to look up their ancestors, want to make sure they're daughters of the Revolution and of the Mayflower. I guess that don't do any harm either. Anywhere you get close to the human race, you'll see layers and layers of nonsense. Over there are the Civil War veterans, iron flags on their graves. New Hampshire boys had a notion that the Union ought to be kept together, though they never seen more than 50 miles of it themselves. All they knew was the name, friends. The United States of America. The United States of America. And they went and died. Right here is the new part of our cemetery. There's your friend, Mrs. Gibbs. And let's see. There's Mr. Stimson, the organist at the Congregational Church. Oh, Mrs. Stone, she's the one who loved the wedding so, remember? And lots of others. Editor Webb's boy, Wallace. His appendix burst when he went on a Boy Scout trip up at Crawford Notch. Yes, an awful lot of sorrow has sort of quieted down up here. People just wild with grief have brought their relatives up to this hill. And then you know how it goes. And time. And sunny days and rainy days and snow. We're all just glad they're in a beautiful place. And we're going to come up here too one day when our fit's over. You know, there are some things that we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal. And it ain't houses, and it ain't names, and it ain't the earth, and it ain't even the stars. Deep down, we all know that something is eternal. And that something has got to do with human beings. All the greatest people ever lived have been telling us that for 5,000 years. Yet you'd be surprised how many people are always losing hold of it. Yes, in our bones there is something eternal about human beings. You know as well as I do that the dead don't stay interested in us living people for very long. Gradually, they lose hold of the earth, and the ambitions they had, and the pleasures they had, and the things they suffered, and the people they loved. They get weaned away from the earth. That's how I like to put it. Weaned away. And they stay here. As the earth part of them burns away, burns out. And slowly, they become indifferent to what's going on in Grover's Corners. They're waiting. They're waiting for something they feel is coming. Something important and great. Aren't they waiting for the eternal part of them to come out clear? Some of the things they say maybe will hurt your feelings, but that's the way it is. Mother and daughter, husband and wife, enemy and enemy, money and miser, all those terribly important things sort of grow pale here. And what's left when memory's gone and your identity, Mrs. Smith? Well, there are some living people. Joe Stoddard, our undertaker, supervising a newly made grave today. And a Grover's Corners boy who left town to move out west. Good afternoon, Joe Stoddard.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Let me see now. Do I know you?
I'm Sam Craig.
Gracious sakes alive, of all people. I should have known you'd be back for the funeral. You've been away a long time, Sam.
Yes, I've been away over 12 years. I'm in business out in Buffalo now, Joe. But I was in the East when I got news of my cousin's death, so I thought I'd combine things a little and come and see the old home. You look well.
Yes, can't complain. Very sad our journey here today, Samuel.
Yes.
Yes, I always say I hate to supervise when a young person's been taken. They should be here in a few minutes now. I had to come here early today. My son money. What did she die, Julia?
In childbirth.
Childbirth? I've forgotten all about that. My, wasn't life awful and wonderful?
Wonderful, was it?
Now, Simon, remember.
I remember Elena's wedding. Wasn't it a lovely wedding? And I remember her reading a class poem at the graduation exercises. Emily was one of the brightest girls that ever graduated from high school. I heard Professor Wilkins saying so after time. I called on them at their new farm just before I died. A beautifully, perfectly farm.
It was on the same road we lived on.
Yep, right smart farm.
I always liked this hymn. I was hoping they'd sing him. Hello.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Miss Gibbs.
Hello, Mother Gibbs. Emily. Hello. It's raining. Yes, they'll be gone soon, dear. Just rest yourself. It seems thousands and thousands of years since Papa remembered that that was my favorite hymn. Oh, wish I'd been here a long time. I don't like being new here. How do you do, Mr. Simpson?
How do you do, Emily?
Mother Gibbs, George and I have made that farm into just the best place you ever saw. We thought of you all the time. We wanted to show you the new barn and a great long cement drinking fountain for the stock. We bought that out of the money you left us. I did. Don't you remember, Mother Gibbs? The legacy you left us, why, it was over $350. Yes. Yes, Emily. Well, there's a patent device on the drinking fountain so that it never overflows, Mother Gibbs. And it never sinks below a certain mark they have there. It's fine. It won't be the same to George without me, but it's a lovely farm. Live people don't understand, do they? No, dear. Not very much. They're sort of shut up in little boxes, aren't they? I feel as though I knew them last 1,000 years ago. My boy is spending the day at Mrs. Carter's. Mr. Carter, my little boy is spending the day at your house. Yes, he loves it there. Oh, Mother Gibbs, we have a Ford too. Never gives any trouble. I don't drive one.
It's not what you think it would be.
But I won't live over a sad day. I'll choose a happy one. I'll choose the day I first knew that I loved George. Why should that be painful?
You not only live it, but you watch yourself living it.
Yes?
And as you do, you see what they down there will never know. You see the future. You know what's going to happen afterwards.
But is that painful? Why?
That's not the only reason you shouldn't do it, Emily. When you've been here longer, you'll see that your life here is to forget all that and be prepared for what's ahead and think only of what's ahead. When you've been here longer, you'll understand.
But Gibbs, how can I ever forget that life? It's all I know. It's all I have.
And isn't wise, Emily. And really isn't.
But it's a thing I must know myself. I'll choose a happy day anyway.
No. At least choose an unimportant day. Choose the least important day of your life. It will be important enough.
And it can't be since I was married. Or since the baby. I'll choose birthday. I can choose birthday at least, can't I? I choose my 12th birthday.
All right. February 11th, 1899. Would you like any special time of day?
Oh, I want the whole day.
We'll begin at dawn. You remember, it had been snowing for several days, but it had stopped the night before, and they'd begun clearing the roads. The sun's coming out.
There's Main Street. And that's the drugstore before it was changed. And there's the livery stable.
Yes, this is 1899, 14 years ago.
Oh, that's the town I knew as a young girl. And there's the old white fence that used to be around our house. I'd forgotten that. I love it so. Are they inside?
Yes, your mother should be coming down in a minute to make breakfast.
Will she?
And you remember your father had been away for several days. He came in on the early morning train.
No?
He went to make a speech at his old college in West New York at Concord.
Look, there's Harry Newsom. And that's our policeman. But he's dead. He died.
Well, Bessie. Emily, Wally, you'll be late for school.
Mama, I'm here. How young Mama looks. I didn't know Mama was ever that young.
You can come and rest by the kitchen fire if you want, but hurry!
It's going. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. 10 below by my barn, Mrs. Webb.
Think of it. Keep yourself wrapped up.
Mama, I can't find my blue hair ribbon anywhere.
Just open your eyes, dear. I laid it out for you special on the dresser there. If it were snakes, it would bite you.
Yes. Yes.
Morning, Howie.
Morning, Mr. Webb. You're up early.
Yes, just been back to the old college in New York State. Any trouble here?
What much?
Papa.
Morning, Mother.
How did it go, Charles?
Oh, it's fine, I guess. Told him a few things. Everything all right here?
Yes, can't think of anything that's happened special. Remarkable how instances it's stemmed over this far.
It's colder than that at Hamilton College. Students' ears are freezing off. It ain't Christian. Any mistakes in the paper?
None that I noticed. Come to when you want it. Charles, don't forget to examine this carefully. Did you remember to get for something?
Yes, got something right here. Where's my girl? Where's my birthday girl?
Don't interrupt her now, Charles. She's low enough as it is. You can see her at breakfast. Emily, Wally, hurry up!
I can't bear it. They're both so young and
be at the kitchen table.
Oh, Mama, you shouldn't have. I can't.
But for your birthday, I want you to eat your breakfast good and slow. I want you to grow up and be a good, strong girl. That Miguel paper is from your Aunt Carrie. And I reckon you can guess who brought that postcard out. I found it in the doorsteps when I brought in the milk. George Gibbs must have come over pretty early in the call. Right next to you.
Oh, George, I've forgotten that.
Mastica cocino bien. Es una buena ayuda para mantener el calor y los días de frío.
Mamá, mírame, un momento, como si realmente me vieras. Mamá, han pasado 14 años. Estoy muerta. Eres ya abuela, mamá. Me casé con George Gibbs, mamá. Wally está muerto también. Mamá, murió de apendicitis. His appendix burst on a camping trip to North Conway. We felt just... ¿Cuánto sufrimos? ¿Recuerdas? Pero por un momento estamos juntas ahora. Mamá, por un momento somos felices. Mirémonos. Let's look at one another.
Esto del paquete envuelto papel amarillo es algo que he encontrado en el ático en las cosas de abuelo. Y era suficientemente grande para usarlas y pensé que te gustarían.
Y este es el tuyo. Pero qué lindo es. Justamente lo que quería. Tan precioso.
Hope you like it. Hunted her all over. Your Aunt couldn't find one in Concord, so I had to send all the way to Boston. Wally has something for you too. He made it with manual training class. He's very proud of it. Be sure you make a big fuss about it. And your father has a surprise for you too. Don't know it is myself. Here he comes.
Where's my girl? Where's my birthday girl?
I can't. I can't go on. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. I didn't realize, so all that was going on and we never noticed. Take me back, up the hill to my grave. First, wait. One more look. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners. Mama, Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking and Mama's sunflowers. And food and coffee. And new iron dresses. And sleeping. And waking up. Oh, world. You're too wonderful for anybody to realize you. Do any human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute? No. The saints and poets, maybe. They do some. I'm ready to go back. Were you happy? No. I should have listened to you, Mother Gibbs. That's all human beings are. Just blind people.
Look, it's clearing up. The stars are coming out.
Oh, Mr. Stimson. I should have listened to them.
Yes, now you know. Now you know. That's what it was to be alive. To move about in a cloud of ignorance. To go up and down, trampling on the feelings of those about you. To spend and waste time as though you had a million years. To always be at the mercy of one self-centered passion or another. of them coming now. Tain't no time for one of them to be here. Goodness sake.
Mother Gibbs, it's George. Shh, dear. Just rest yourself. It's George.
And my boy Joel, who knew the stars, used to say that it took years, millions of years for the speck of light to get to the earth. The body could not believe it, but that's what he used to say. Millions of years.
That ain't no way to behave.
He ought to be home.
Mother Gibbs,
Yes, Emily?
they don't understand, do they?
No, dear. They don't understand.
Most everybody's asleep in Grover's Corners. There are a few lights on. Shorty Hawkins has just watched the Albany train go by. And down at the livery stable, somebody's setting up late and talking. Yes, it's clearing up. And there are the stars, doing their old crisscross journey in the sky. Scholars haven't settled the matter yet, but they seem to think there are no living beings up there. Just chalk or fire. But this one's straining away all the time. Straining away to make something of itself. Strain so bad that every 16 hours everybody has to lie down and go.